everybody to a special edition of Real Life Matters. Today we are doing the segment RLM Our Views and Yours with my other co-host, which is Maureen Holder. And I'm going to bring her in right now.
Hi, Larrissa. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Yes,
I am. A lot more sunshine today in Barbados, I can tell you, and I'm sitting close to the window. So if you see some bright lights in my face, it's not because I'm angelic. It's the light of the sun. So it's good to be here once more. We have an interesting program. We have our Vincentian counterparts here to give us a special report of what they have experienced in St. Vincent. We have Rochelle, Baptiste, and we have Larrissa. Welcome to the program, Rochelle. Welcome, Larrissa.
Thanks for having us.
Now you guys are from St. Vincent. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Maureen's in Barbados, and Larrissa and Rochelle are actually in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
That's right.
Out there.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rochelle, I know
our beautiful homeland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you guys looking good down there, considering
considering all
the challenges. Despite the challenges and the explosions of that's been taking place, we are in good spirits and we love our country dearly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, I want to start off, Rochelle, by focusing on what's happening at this very, very moment, because I understand there's been another explosion. Could you paint a picture of what has happened since this last explosion?
Yes, I sent you a few of the videos and the still pics.
All right, let me show one. I can show one, and then you can come back and speak. Hold on.
Okay.
That one?
No, that was actually taken yesterday, I think, by Larrissa.
Okay.
When the team went down on the leeward side of the island. But I did send you some videos with actual explosions from this morning that took place.
I believe it's this one here then. And we can't hear you because you go on mute. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yo, let's go. Come. Yeah, I come in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was from today.
That was from yesterday. Yes, that's my expression when I saw it. That was my expression.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's on the windward side of the island.
Right. Okay.
And
so what has taken place? Any significant events that have taken place today that you want to tell us about?
Today is a significant day for the volcano itself. Mm-hmm. It's the 42nd anniversary of the last eruption. That was 1979. So the morning started off with what we call that the volcano was showing itself.
Right.
It was commemorating its own anniversary, the 42nd anniversary, with another episode of eruptions.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And those eruptions started off around 6:30 this morning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So as you can see, a lot of persons, they heard of it. They came out, they took pictures, video recordings, and we are actually in the town, in the safe zone, in the Kingston area, the capital, what is considered a safe zone. Mm-hmm. And you can imagine that we are here and we are seeing the ash plume in the skies.
Right.
So our concern now is for those persons who are still remaining in the red zone, which is the danger zone.
Could you tell us why some people would opt to remain in the red zone, in the danger zone, despite all the warnings and the appeals for evacuation?
I'm at loss, for words where that is concerned, because I have had my level of frustration with that. Because to be honest, I still have 2 family members there remaining in the red zone. I've been trying, but 2 close family members, 2 of my brothers, and I've been trying my utmost best to get in touch with them. But as you can understand, that communication has been cut from that side. So it is quite difficult to get to them.
Okay.
But even so, the Coast Guard service, the Coast Guard vessel, has been trying. They've been making several trips to the area to get out the remaining residents, and they still some came out, but there are others who are adamant they're not leaving.
So would you say that's just a small handful of residents that have remained in the red zone? Just a few people?
Well, yes, and I will really hope so. Because I really don't understand. There is no electricity. There is no water. Well, clean water. I am sure that this has been days now since the volcano has erupted. So I'm sure that they running low on food. So my best wish for them is for them to get out, because given all the other issues in terms of the eruption, it is just not safe for them and sanitary, basically, for them to remain in that area, that part of the island at this moment.
I want to just bring, sorry, Darlita, if
it's okay.
Okay, I just want to bring Larrissa into the conversation, seeing that she's the one who's been on the ground a lot and taking photos. Larrissa, what has it been like? I know you've been working hard, Larrissa. I can tell you're tired. You said as much. What has it been like for you over the last 3 or 4 days?
Oh, for the last 4 or 3 days, it has been, in some cases, traumatic, heart-wrenching to see what has been happening and what is going on with the people. You see, on the first day, people were stranded. I saw a pregnant lady with her 2 little children walking, heading into the safer because lack of transportation issues, and mothers standing with their children on the road and in the dust, which is the ash. It has been sad for me, at the same time worrying to know that it could have been worse, but I agree. For those who are really in a difficult position, but it has been quite an experience for me. And fast tracking to today, on the windward end, what I once saw was lush green vegetation. It's now covered in ashes and all gray. Some areas deserted, and going into past the Rabaca River that was had a mud flow yesterday. Other rivers are all just boulders in the rivers, dry rivers, and some men are still going in because I asked one man, he said he has food. He still has to go back to lose his animals because they were all tied. So he walked from Fancy 4 hours to get back to the safe zone, and it has been difficult. I tried. I got scared at one point going through. It's impassable after Orange Hill,
right,
which is in the red zone, and it's thick. A guy described it 6 inches of mud flows, and it's at some point it's like cement. I got stuck in it trying to pass, and the men are saying try to stay. At one point I had to run back. My cameraman couldn't follow me. I went to the men, and all I'm seeing are boulders in the bridge, blocking, and mud and debris, trees. You're seeing all the banana trees all droopy, hanging, and coconut trees as well. And at some point, it's horrifying for me because I've been through it, and I could imagine for others who are from there. But at some point, I saw some people still peeping through their windows. We couldn't get to them because of the thickness of the ash.
And I do have some footage, but I wanted to know, we heard some rumors, we don't know if it's true, that some people, like Rochelle and said that, it's hard to get these people out of the red zone. But we heard that some of the Rastafarians who have the marijuana crops, they don't want to leave either.
I don't think any of the trees, the marijuana plants are standing at this moment, to be honest. I don't think they're standing. And I think it's a devastating blow to them. While I understand that, it will be, because these people have spent months
invested
cultivating cultivating their crops. And we now have a medical marijuana industry that's coming off the ground now. Yes. So I am sure that also will be heavily impacted as well. So, but then that to me, given what is taking place, I don't see that as a reason basically for you wanting to stay back. I know that your livelihood will be affected, but your safety comes first.
So I'm
Larrissa,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Larrissa, you painted a very vivid picture of what conditions are like right now, and my heart really hurts for St. Vincent. But I'm also concerned about the resoluteness or the resolution that many Vincentians have taken, that they're not leaving their beloved country. And I full well understand that, but I would imagine that things have become dangerous enough for many Vincentians to leave. How do you view this? Do you think that things are open enough for Vincentians to remain on the island?
On the island or in the red zone?
Well, on the island on the whole, because I'm getting a sense that you have this ash that is flowing all over, even in the green zone, and people with respiratory problems, people asthmatics, people with chronic lung conditions. I would imagine it would be difficult. I can imagine that the hospitals are swamped with people seeking with respiratory illnesses. So I'm trying to get a sense of how livable or how inhabitable St. Vincent will remain under the volcanic conditions.
In the long term and short term, presently there are areas in Kingstown on a normal day. It's no longer the ash, but it's still on the trees, it's still in the atmosphere. So we were driving through in Kingstown, it's okay. However, because of the rains on the North Windward today, in the North Windward, there were trees. At one point, if there's a tree, the rains did not help.
Right.
So yes, in the danger zones past Georgetown, ash is heavy, not because it's fallen, but because it's in the atmosphere. It's in the tree, on the trees, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's on the line. So in the red zone, it's not at this point safe, yes, for a person with respiratory issues, they would have that. However, not really in the yellow zones, but in the green zones, it's fairly okay. The rain has helped to keep the dust. I call it the dust, the ashes down. Yes, but some men believe that they will be okay, and that's in the red zone because they believe but people did not heed the call of the authorities. The people who chose, I spoke to 3 gentlemen who decided to stay in the danger zone. They said they listened to the professor, and yes, he did a good job at informing the people. So they decided to stay. They know what they put themselves through.
Right.
But they felt safe enough, not in the danger zone, that is in Georgetown, which is the last community in the red zone. They felt safe enough to know that that nothing but no harm would come to them.
Would come to them.
Because they experienced the 1979
Rochelle.
eruption.
Maureen,
Rochelle.
I am actually from the red zone. Well, a community in the red zone.
Okay.
And if you're talking about leaving in terms of persons thinking about leaving, just a little scenario. First, the beginning, I would not leave my home country, and I would not want to leave the community that I am from, because I've born and bred there, basically. What we normally say, my roots are from there. I have my history is basically from there, and we all have been talking on Facebook. Friends, family. We will rebuild. We will rise again like a phoenix. We will. It might take months. It might take years, but we are determined to do that.
Yes.
Because we love our community. So, and I see that there was, I think it was 5 cruise ships, which came to St. Vincent to help with the evacuations of persons from the red zone. But I'm understanding that they might have to leave without people, of course, because persons are saying, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay home. We're gonna stay here, and we're gonna rough it out here. We rather rough it out in our own country. No matter how challenging it is, no matter how hard it is, we rather be at home, because here your families are here, your friends are here. You don't want to go anywhere in these difficult times. You just want to bond together and see how much you can get through.
Yeah. Wow. And that speaks to the resilience of the Vincentian people. And as you people, as Vincentians stand united, I could imagine what a force Vincentians are going to be as they start the rebuilding process, as you unite as a nation, and an island nation of over 110,000 people. I can imagine how the rebuilding process is going to be. Darlita, you want us to ask Rochelle or Larrissa?
Well, I want to ask them. I'm going to ask them something when we got to just take a brief break,
sure,
and then we'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. People from St. Vincent, just stay tuned. Everybody, be right back.
Okay.
Looking for a TV show that brings you a raw, uncut, unbiased opinion? What about a show providing a platform to tell us about your business or talent? Tune in to Talk It Out, Monday through Friday, hosted by Chill of Come Clean Empire and his co-host, DBoss, where we bring you not just a TV show, but a TV experience.
The eyes and ears of the Caribbean. Carib Vision.
Welcome to Real Life Matters. I'm your host, DBoss. Real Life Matters is a power-packed, inspired program that brings you real people with real matters. If you are a company, brand, or artist, we will take you to the next level. Watch Real Life Matters Monday to Friday right here.
Let me wine on you. Let me wine on you. Let me wine on you. Yeah, I'm catching fever, a fever, running on you. Don't wear your body and oiling, girl. I'm not toying with you. I'm a believer, receiver, taking from you. Here's what I wanna do, girl. Let me wine on you. Let me wine on you. Girl, let me wine on you. Push back and let me wine on you.
Everybody, we're back. Welcome back. We're back with RLM, Our Views and Yours. And, the question, I guess here in Canada, we're kind of looking like, oh my gosh, if this was something that happened here and this volcano, I know for a fact I would have left. I would have had, you know, this is what we feel there, because a lot of people, there's a melting pot here. We have a lot of people from St. Vincent everywhere here. And a lot of people, Canadians and people are saying, no, I wouldn't be gone. I would have had myself packed. And on that, as soon as that boat arrived, I'd be the first one, like, I'm on it. But we're hearing from Rochelle and Larrissa that, you know, they're not leaving. So that's, you know, that's something. So what about Larrissa? Like, you're staying, well, obviously you guys are working and you're working through this. So what's your point on this?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
No, what's your point on, like, you're gonna stay and rough it out just like Rochelle?
Larrissa, we actually adopted Larrissa. So Larrissa now is of Vincent now. She's actually originally from Guyana, but we actually adopted her now.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, maybe she could go back to Guyana.
Yes, they've asked me if I'm returning, but I said I am here. My family in Guyana is saying, you know what? My mom especially said, I need you to leave now. Now, I need you to get out of there. And when I told her I was going into the community, she said, why do you have to do that? I want you home now. So, you know, but I'm saying, Mom, I am safe. I'm okay. Nothing is, I'll be careful and I'll know when I need to stay away from the danger zone.
And
So
Rochelle,
I
just want to ask, in terms of the supplies, in terms of the medical resources that you need, the water, the food supplies, are they getting into the green zone effectively? How has that been? How has the distribution of those resources been so far?
As we speak, a ship has arrived at Port Kingstown with emergency supplies from Trinidad and Tobago. So as we speak, that ship is basically docking now at Port Kingstown. There should be a ceremony on its way in about probably 5 or 10 minutes to basically welcome this ship with emergency supplies. I understand some officers as well from the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force is also on the ship. They're coming here to lend support to our police force here. Because you know that there will be challenges in different areas of security, ensuring that you know properties and lives are are protected. So yesterday also a Venezuelan vessel came in with humanitarian aid. So the aid they're coming in, and the distribution I'm thinking that as long as they are sorted out, they will be distributed to the various shelters, because right now I think about 82 shelters in operation at this moment. 82 shelters. But the interesting thing is, I expected, because it's 16,000 persons had to be evacuated from the red zone. So I expected more persons to be in the shelters. I think the last count, it was over 3,000 plus persons in these shelters. But interestingly, a lot of people decided to go to private homes. So private homes now become a shelter. They're sheltering the evacuees, because people they like their privacies, and these at these shelters you will not be able to get that level of privacy. So homes now are basically a shelter. Yes, because everybody, if you're in a shelter, everybody together, you have to share bathroom facilities.
That's
even in homes you will have to do so, but it will be not that amount of people that you will have to share the facilities with.
What about the children? How are the children generally coping? How are they coping? The children, school-age children, teenagers, how are they dealing with it?
I spoke to a few. Larrissa could speak on that in terms of what those she saw on her visit in the field. But I spoke to a couple of them via the phone and messages that I received. Some of the children are saying that they need their snacks, and the mothers basically have to tell them, we are in difficult times now, so you have to basically take what you get.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you could imagine telling a child that they will start crying because they don't understand basically what is happening around them. You know, I am sure that they don't even understand why they with these people in shelters. But I guess this is the role that, you know, you as a mother has to play, you know, in terms of, you know, giving them that level of protection and comfort to tell them, you know, everything is going to be okay.
I want to know, had St. Vincent finished its vaccination program for the COVID? I'm not sure how you guys have been doing with that, but I guess that you hadn't completed the program. And the second part of that question, have your schools been closed? Have the children been studying online? So I will just let you deal with the vaccination part first, and then you could tell me about the online schooling in St. Vincent.
Well, the vaccination process, it started about a month ago, and I don't think it has been going the way the authorities would have liked it to go, because they were looking to vaccinate about between 50 to 70,000 persons in terms of the population. And I think to date it's just over 12,000 persons have been vaccinated. So it has not been going as fast as you would like, basically. But what they've been doing and encouraging persons to do, even before the eruption took place, is for persons to get vaccinated. Because you're going into a shelter, you're going to a situation that you will have to basically share resources, share supplies, share whatever you have, share a room with 10 people, you know, and we are in the pandemic, the COVID, which could be spread easily. So they were encouraging persons to be vaccinated. But I think they had persons, healthcare workers at some of these shelters providing vaccination. But in terms of how many persons use the opportunity or took the opportunity to get vaccinated, I'm not sure at this moment. I'm not sure at this moment about the numbers at this moment. But the vaccination process is ongoing. So
it's still going on now, even though you guys are having the volcano.
Yeah, because I think Larrissa probably will speak about it, because I think that they had said that some of the clinics in the safe zone will be open, so persons who want to be vaccinated, they could get vaccinated. Larrissa, I don't know if you have any more.
You want to hear it? Larrissa, can you tell us?
Yes, all of the clinics are open, and vaccination is still not mandatory, so persons have that option whether to go or not. However, the chief medical officer did say that all clinics are open in the yellow and green zones. However, in terms of them getting back people vaccinated, the drive has sort of died down, I would say, because they were going into communities and getting people vaccinated. So to date, prior to the eruption, it was just 11,000, 11,500. But I'm now seeing the recent numbers. I have 12,349. So I guess they're still making headway with the vaccine, getting people vaccinated.
Is there any concern about a resurgence of COVID given the volcanic situation? Yeah, okay.
Certainly there is. And the numbers, we are looking at the numbers. I think yesterday, I think they had 14 new cases. Wow. But I am sure that after in the next few weeks or so, we will see the numbers start rising. We don't want that to happen, but because of the situation, I'm thinking that, you know, there will be another surge. We are hoping that don't happen, but you know, we just have to watch.
Right. Tell me a bit about the online learning for the children. Has that been ongoing? Are schools? I suspect that schools can't reopen in any time soon. So have things been set in place to continue that online learning for the children?
Maureen, the schools were supposed to reopen. You know, I said God always have a way of putting things when we have plans. he knows, you know, he has
That's
better
right.
plans. He's a way ahead of us, I should say. So schools were scheduled to be reopened on April 12th.
Right.
April 12th. And just backtrack a bit. Remember, we got the warning, the evacuation order was issued on Thursday, April 8th. So prior to that, preparations were being made for students to return to school on April 12th. And then the eruption occurred on the morning of April 9th, which is a Friday. So obviously schools, that had to be placed on the back burner again. And schools were already closed because of the COVID situation. Yes. So I am not so certain at this moment. The authorities haven't said anything yet in terms of when school going to be open, but I don't think that is on their mind at the moment.
On the cards right now.
Yeah. So
no, because
so basically, Go ahead, Larrissa.
Because the teachers are the ones who are at the shelters volunteering their services because schools are shelters. At all the schools the shelters that I visited, which are schools, the teachers are the ones assisting, taking temperatures, registering people, and then showing along with other groups that the evacuees are okay and safe.
Well, that must be real difficult for everybody there because first you got the COVID, then you have the earthquake. You don't know which, they're both two detrimental things, but you're just like, everybody's like, what do we do? They must be like, when they take the people off the ships, are they giving them a COVID test or something there or not really when they're evacuating them?
Okay, nobody, as I said before, just backtrack. Nobody went on the ships.
Exactly.
Nobody
got on the ship.
Yeah, nobody got on the ships. Yeah, nobody got on the ships.
Ships are leaving. Ships are leaving.
Right.
Without anybody's. Yeah.
Right. That's the last report that I saw earlier today.
I saw it as well. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
The ships came to help with the evacuation. And I guess what the Prime Minister had said when the ships came, that they were here to help in terms of evacuate persons to neighboring countries like Grenada, St. Lucia, but that process never happened. As I said, persons don't leave. So, we didn't have to deal with that problem. But,
no, that's good to know because people know that because some people are probably wondering where their family is if they left, and now we're hearing it here. You're hearing it from the horses' mouths over here that people didn't get on the ships. Yeah,
but some farm workers from they work in Canada. They're from St. Vincent, Grenada, St. Lucia. They were to leave on Friday when the eruption took place. But because of the airspace closed in terms of no flights going out from the airport, one of the ships was used to carry out people to, I think it's Barbados or St. Lucia, so that they could catch their flight to Canada.
Darlene, if you could just show the viewers some of the devastation in St. Vincent. Let's have a couple of clips showing what's happening in St. Vincent so that they'll get a sense of the seriousness of this volcanic threat, threat to livelihood, threat to nationhood, threat to people, united people. It is an awesome thing happening in St. Vincent.
Yeah, so let me just go show the footage.
We're gonna have that footage coming up very soon. It
didn't come up. It didn't.
No, it's stuck. Apparently.
Oh my
These
God.
things happen. So
here it is. Here's some there.
We're gonna.
You see it with the house there?
Yeah, but the technology isn't moving as it should today. So these things do happen.
It's okay, but these are some of the pictures that happened.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
There.
Yeah. That was the eruption from this morning, the explosion from this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is the ash that Larrissa was talking about.
That's in my community in Oya. That's where the fisheries complex is. And that used to be a beautiful spot. You could go and take pictures, videos, and basically look out into the sea but then this is the condition it is at this moment.
Look at that cloud. Everybody look at the clouds there too. It's very, very Very, very cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
It's devastated, that part. That's from the eruption too, this morning too.
Yep. Yes.
Wow. For people that haven't seen the footage like this, you know, on this one here, these are the houses, right, Larrissa, that you went to, some of them?
I think those were from the leeward side, Larrissa. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up
that's
for now. Wow.
But Rochelle, I know the Grenadines, beautiful set of islands.
Mm-hmm.
This must be impacting on the tourism in the Grenadines, and I'm sure y'all gonna have to you all will have an uphill task in rebuilding tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What measures do you know of any that have been put in place once the rebuilding starts? Have you done anything to protect the Grenadines? How are they faring? Are they seeing the worst bit of this? How are the Grenadines doing?
I think the Grenadines has mainly been affected by the ash. So I don't think in terms of the damage is that extensive as what happened on the mainland St. Vincent. So I think they have been, if in terms of a better word, they have been spared from the wrath of the volcano. So the most damage that you could think about is on the mainland, especially in the red zones, the hazard zones, both on the windward and leeward end of the mainland St. Vincent.
Okay. Well, I've heard some unconfirmed reports about Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves being airlifted out of the island. Can you tell us whether there's any truth to that report, or do you know?
No, I haven't heard. And I don't think the Prime Minister will leave at this time, you know.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And what about
he's been basically, you know, doing a good job in terms of connecting with the people, because he has
mobilizing
been on the radio every morning, providing an update to the nation as to what has been happening. I think he was also in the field a day after the eruption, and he's been going to shelters, you know, ensuring you know that everything is in place. So he has been doing his work. He's been leading.
Yeah. And what about the health concerns about the breathing of this ash inside of people? Because you guys are staying there, so you guys, I know you must be a little bit concerned about that.
Larrissa's better to speak to you about that, because she also been having some difficulties with her own breathing problem.
Okay, Larrissa,
so she will speak better about that. So I will let her speak on that.
Go ahead. Yes, outdoors. In Kingstown, I'm pretty much I feel okay. However, going into the fields, it's dusty. It's really at some point it's you're in a cloud, and the visibility is sometimes really poor, and you have to be and I'm wetting my cloth and trying to put the double mask in, and at some point it was a little too much that I was having a heavy chest a pain, and I think lack of water, so you're always masked up. Your eye is all teary sometimes.
So you have goggles on? You have goggles, or are you just going in with your eyes like that?
No, I do have. I would usually put on my sunglasses. I don't have goggles. However, I would protect my head as well, because on the first day of the eruption, I came back with thick. I probably came up with a pound of ash on my head. So ever since I wasn't prepared for the first, but I'm more prepared now.
But are you smelling the sulfur in the atmosphere? Because I sensed that I was smelling sulfur in Barbados. I am not sure how you are. You smelling sulfur, Larrissa?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because even through the mask, I was smelling.
Yeah.
It is heavy.
Wow.
Those persons with sinus problems, asthma, they need to be worried. So the authorities have been appealing to you to stay indoors as much as possible. Don't venture out unless it's absolutely necessary, because they foresee that, you know, there will be problems for persons with these conditions. Thankfully, I'm not one of them, but my heart goes out to persons who are experiencing difficulties at this time.
I was going to ask about in terms of businesses and so on. I know many businesses in St. Vincent would be closed, and I would imagine because the scientists are saying this could go on for a couple of weeks. So are there any signs that St. Vincent is likely to reopen maybe in a week, two, or you can't say at this moment?
We can say, actually, all government workers were asked to return to work on Monday, but the condition worsened. So the order the order was taken back, and then they just asked essential workers to including some persons at the ports, because as you could imagine, stuff have to come into the country, so you will need persons at the port working. So I guess at this moment it's just essential workers basically working now, and the conditions in the capital in terms of the ash and the cleaning that has to take place, it is not wise now for everybody to return to work out or for business as usual in the capital. But what the Prime Minister has been, he's been appealing to the persons that, the businesses that operate the money transfer, because person will need money to buy, buy food, buy whatever they can. So he has been appealing to them to stay open, so persons can get their money from their families or whoever overseas. And these lines at these places, I can tell you, Larrissa took a picture of that yesterday. They are very, very long.
Wow.
Very long.
Wow. If you want to wait on the dust.
Yeah, sometimes you get there in the morning, you have to wait until probably the evening before you get attended to, because of the line, the person's lining up to get their money.
And what about the hospitals? Are the hospitals still open? And how are they because they got
the main hospital is in the capital, and that's very much open and functioning. The services in the red zone, which is the Modern Medical Diagnostic Center, and that's a new center that opened a couple of years ago. Those services, they provide a lot of services there. They have now been moved to the main hospital in Kingstown.
Wow.
And Rochelle, I just want to ask this question. I don't know. Well, I'm sure that you would have had some Americans, some Canadians, some people who are non-nationals in St. Vincent for various reasons, whether it was work or whatever. Have those people opted to leave on any of the cruise lines? Can you say? Or
I can't say. I'm not in a position to say. I'm not sure at this moment.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure if I was there, I would have left.
I'm thinking that the Americans would try to get out, Canadians would try to get out, the British people would try to get out.
If you're not a Vincentian, I could see the haze of wanting to get out.
Yeah,
but as long as you're Vincentian, you trust me, you just want to stay, and you just want to stay right there.
I think Vincentians are some wonderful people.
Yeah.
I think they're resilient. I have a very good friend who lives in Barbados. She's from St. Vincent. And wonderful woman, and her family is back there. She's been in contact with her family, and the Vincentian community here in Barbados has grown over the years, and much of them are naturalized Barbadians now, and they live well among the people. So I can imagine how Vincentians are rallying around each other at this moment and trying to hold each other together. And I can imagine all the prayers and stuff like that being offered up and everything. And I am really proud of how Vincentians have been mobilizing themselves and trying to work together despite this crisis. I'm sure you're going to have a small criminal element, but I don't think that will detract from the resilience of the Vincentian people in trying to pull themselves together and rise. And you said it, Rochelle, you will build again. You will rise like a phoenix from the ashes, and we'll see a budding St. Vincent once again. I mean, we can't wait for that to happen, but I pray that God will just continue to just be with the people of St. Vincent.
Yeah.
It's really heart-wrenching. It is.
And I'm glad
It
that
is.
you guys, kudos to you guys, because you guys are, you are staying there. Even Larrissa, look at her family must have said, hey, gosh, I hope they're not going to call you.
Her adopted homeland. She's not her adopted homeland.
Yeah.
And I hope that she isn't going to, your mother don't call you now and say, wait, are you having breathing problems? You know.
Exactly.
Lolita, is there any more footage that you can show the viewers so they will?
That's what I have there, but I'll include it in.
There was some. Rochelle would have sent a lot of pictures. Don't we have far more pictures than what we've shown so far? Can we just see some of that?
Yeah. Well,
in the meantime, that you look for those, I just want to say that, okay, in terms of security aspect of it, and Larrissa, she observed some of those on the leeward side of the island yesterday, to protect property, to protect persons, because a lot of people, as I said already, left the danger zone and are in shelters, whether or not it's private or government, they're in shelters, so they're away from their homes.
Right.
But to help in the terms of the protection, the members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, they have been out in these zones. They have now created some checkpoints where basically they're checking you, persons who are attempting to get back into these areas. Right. They are checking you to say, okay, what are you doing here? Why, even though you're a resident, why do you want to get back in? Just to make sure. Just to make sure.
There's no plundering, there's no looting or stealing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have heard stories about a few of these cases, but all in all, the police said, it has been under control and they have the situation under control. So that is comforting to persons like me who have our homes out in the red zone.
Yeah. That's right. You do have to worry about if somebody goes into your homes because you lock up.
Yes. Because a lot of people left their homes unattended. Nobody's there, and so if you're a thief, you would want to take advantage of this time, So the police are there basically, and we are thankful for them to be there, put their lives at risk basically to secure our property and our lives.
I mean, it's something that happens all over the world. It's not something just that is peculiar to Vincentian. I mean, people will take advantage of any opportunity once there's a crisis. So I am thankful that the Vincentian Police Force have this element under control, and you are looking forward to rebuilding once again. But we would want to see some footage, Darlita, if you have.
I got some footage there, but I saw most of them are a little bit of the same. With the ashes and stuff, but it's okay. But is there any last words or anybody you want to shout out? Because there's a lot of people here that maybe you want to encourage the people here in the North America. Like, okay, you know what? Our families your family's going to be okay. A lot of them are panicking because you said there's a lot of people don't have no phone, electricity, water, and all that. So some people can't even get their family. So if you could just, maybe give them some kind of words of encouragement before we cut out here from both you and Rochelle and Larrissa here, because a lot of people are worried about people here. People are running, here in Canada and in Toronto, we're all worried.
Right. Because I'm glad you said that, because now is a crunch time. Now it's getting. I know that I did say from the start that I wasn't gonna last the hour, but I did.
Yes. You're gonna finish though.
I did because time. It's our time now to get things together for our news at 6:45. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, but I just want to appeal. I mean, we have seen Vincentians, and you said before that we are resilient persons. So on the onset of this eruption, persons in the diaspora, all over the world, Vincentians especially, they've been mobilizing support to get home to St. Vincent. I've seen a lot of that on Facebook, on other social media platforms. So they've been mobilizing support. And what the government did yesterday, which was a very good thing, is that it has announced that it's granting duty-free concessions on barrels and other supplies, supplies coming into the country. So when you ship a barrel or you ship to certain organizations as well, you don't have to pay the extra charges. Basically, yes. So when they get to the port, you won't have to hustle or looking for money to
pay
clear these
customs.
balconies or to pay
Oh, that's
customs.
good information, because then we can, everybody here can send stuff down, and then we don't
Yes.
have to worry about the money to collect it.
Yes. And they're telling you, there's a certain organization that they're telling you that you could send it to as well, which is the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, the Red Cross, the Lions Club, and other organizations, established organizations. And I guess if you have a family member you want to send a barrel, you could also do so as well. You know,
That's
so
great information, though.
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. We are resilient people, and we will rise again.
Yes.
We will come back stronger and build back stronger than ever. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having us. And,
You're most welcome, Rochelle.
Just basically continue to keep us in your prayer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, we will.
We will.
And any last words, Larrissa?
I just want to say that Vincentians are wonderful people, and yes, we have to say
She's saying we
have to unite at this time, yes, and there is no need for any bickering or division. We just need to unite and stay together, support each other, and lift each other up at this time, and
yes,
we never give up.
Yes,
that's all I have to say. For all my families and friends who are who calling me and reward, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm staying here.
You look great, people. Rochelle too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rochelle, it was a pleasure.
Right,
I'm glad you took my call this morning and you volunteered to participate in our show. Thank you very much, Larrissa. You're a pleasant addition, Larrissa. So thank you very much. The information that both of you shared was very informative, and I'm sure the Vincentians living in Canada would have benefited from your perspective, because I'm not there. I'm only in Barbados. So I thank you. You've made the program. You've made the program what it has been today. I'm not in St. Vincent, but I'm glad that
I'm so glad they came, because they're hearing from the horse's mouth. They're instant Vincent people. You know, this is Real Life Matters, you know, and RLM Our Views. And these people are right in St. Vincent. So if you missed the footage, go back and watch it. It's going to be airing not tonight, but maybe another night on the actual Caravision, so everybody will see you. You guys can see it's in the night, so people don't have no excuse to not watch it. And, you know, hearing you guys talking, you know, it gave me some comfort, you know, because I was wondering the whole time if these people were on these ships, like, where are they going to? Because people probably were wondering if their families on the ship, you know, what happened to them, because then they wouldn't know where they were. So you gave us comfort, Rochelle, you know, to tell us that, you know, these people did not get on the ship. They went back.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
I might have been on the ship.
Yeah, Darlene would have been on that ship for sure. Leave it.
I know. I never took a cruise, but when I heard that the cruise ship was coming, I was so excited. But then afterwards, I said, you know, and I'm glad, because I'm staying put. I'm staying here. I love my country. I love my community. I'm staying right here.
What's the Vincentian national pledge, Rochelle? What's the national pledge? You have a pledge or an anthem? Well, you have an anthem. I think it'd be fitting to end the program with the Vincentian national anthem. If both you and Larrissa can sing it.
They gotta come back and give us an update next week. They gotta come back.
Yes. You gotta put me now to get some. You gotta put me now to get some. St. Vincent land so beautiful, right? The land of my God, I pledge to thee my loyalty. All right.
Well,
that's it.
I pledge my loyalty to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you.
You gotta come back next week, you guys. Just give us a little update if you can.
All right, no problem.
If you're able to, because I'm pretty sure the viewers are just like, wow. You know, if you could do it earlier, we'll tape it for you. It's no problem. We're around your schedule, because we know how busy you guys are. And I do want to thank everybody. Thank both of you for coming on today for Our Views and Yours. And, you know, and I want to thank the viewers out there for watching. You know, support St. Vincent. If you support St. Vincent, go out there. If you're from Rochelle, you can send a barrel, and the people at the other end don't have to pay to get it out.
And also pray.
All
Don't
right.
forget to pray. Don't
Oh,
forget
yeah,
to
pray.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you guys for having us. And all
Thank
the
you.
best.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thanks for
Thank
tuning
you.
in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now.